Hey, welcome back everyone, it's me, Mr. 4K. So on this video, we're focusing on Gran Turismo 7. And this is a PlayStation 5 Pro version here just to show you clearly right here. You can see it. Graphics, excuse me. Graphics priority for PlayStation 5 Pro. Prioritize ray tracing resolution. So this is their highest um, uh, what would you call it? Like their highest option for the best clarity and detail, which prioritize the ray tracing and resolution, meaning that you're going to get the best possible upscaling to 4K with a very sharp image and really good advanced ray tracing with the help of the PSSSR, of course. So I'm showing you this just so you know that this is a PS5 Pro version. Now, having said that, let's go ahead and let's check it out, shall we? There's also 8K support, but my TV doesn't support 8K, so we're only stuck here with a, 4K ray tracing option for PlayStation 5 Pro. All right, so now let's go check it out. I will be using my Taycan Turbo S 2019, which is a Porsche, I believe, 751 horsepower. Let's go ahead and let's drive. We'll go to, let's see, where can we go? Let's go to, let's go to Tokyo. I feel like going to Tokyo Expressway. Let's do that. Uh, let's just do just a regular, let's do a custom race. Let's do this one. How many laps? Let's do, I don't know. Let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 laps. 20 cars. Okay, should we put some rain in there? I don't know if they have a rain. I'm not sure. Cloudy with rain. Well, there you go. It'll be in the afternoon. All right. Well, we're looking good here. So let's go race. This has loaded pretty fast. The loading is really fast. Oh, right away I can tell. Right away I can tell how amazing this is. With the ray tracing. Oh yeah. I can just tell right away. Right away I notice much sharper detail, ray tracing, reflection, all of that just makes this look very good on the 4K television. Now, for those of you who have an 8K television, well, you can also appreciate the 8K as well. But is this a drastic difference? Well, I wouldn't say a drastic difference, but, sharpening that image and being able to see the reflection, especially if you got a big TV, like a 65-inch OLED or 75-inch OLED. Remember, the bigger the TV, the better the experience is going to be. So if you're one of those guys that has 77-inch television and you have advanced ray tracing with a high-resolution scaling here, absolutely, you're going to see every detail, you're going to appreciate every reflection, and certainly I can see that detail here, and it just looks amazing. There's no question about it. I'm trying to give you guys different angles, here. And I'm recording all of these videos in 4K, so that way you can see it at a best possible resolution. Now, keep in mind, YouTube does compress these videos, so there's that too. But it's better 4K than 1080p, correct? All right, so. But remember, one of the reasons you're watching this video and other videos that I have uploaded, it's because you want to hear it from me. You want to hear what I have to say. And that's really the reason why you're clicking on this video. There's plenty of demos you can see people uploading PS5 Pro 4K videos, but you want to hear what I have to say. As I have pointed out on the previous videos, and this is something that will always be true, when it comes to PS5 Pro, and I hate to be repeating myself like a broken CD compact disc from early 90s, like my old Offspring compact disc. I remember it back in 94. I remember buying my very first three CDs, actually 4 CDs. Soundgarden, Super Unknown, Offspring, Metallica, Black Album, and a Pearl Jam, Alive. So I don't want to sound like a broken, skipping CD record, okay? But I have to emphasize on this, and my emphasis is you will need a really good 4K TV to appreciate this. Please do not buy PS5 Pro if you're going to connect it to a cheap Walmart $400 TV. No offense, but just stick with a regular. Buy yourself a used PS5. You really don't need PS5 Pro, because you will not be able to appreciate what PS5 Pro has to offer if you don't have a really good 4K TV. I believe it's only me and one other YouTuber that actually have mentioned this. It was me and Spawn Point. But Spawn Point was among the very first ones that actually, I give him a credit. Spawn Point was among the very first ones that actually has said this on his video, like, you're going to need a really good 4K TV. And he showcased that and says, well, I have a pretty good 4K TV. It's a, what was it? Is it like a 75-inch or something? 75-inch OLED or 77-inch OLED, like pretty big OLED 4K TV with a really good peak brightness and everything. And he said, yeah, I'm enjoying, what the PS5, I'm sorry, what the PS5 Pro has to offer. That's because I have this really good 4K TV. And I know some of you will ask me, well, what about those of us who can only afford like, $1,600 4K TV? Listen, it doesn't have to be, $2,000 OLED. It could be a Samsung TV. If you can find a 55-inch Samsung for like $1,600 and it has a really good local dimming, quantum dots, with a really good local dimming, right? And a high peak brightness and a good color, wide color gamut. Sure, you're still going to appreciate what the PS5 Pro has to offer. But don't expect a $400 or a $600 Walmart 4K TCL. There's nothing wrong with TCL, they're good, but they're just not the high quality 4K TVs for you to appreciate what the PS5 Pro has to offer. Because remember, you want to see all the detail, and the only way you can see that detail is if you got a really good 4K TV. So this is the elephant in the room that I was talking about. There's 2 elephants in the room. Number one, of course, is the price tag. $1,000 for PS5 Pro is just, it's a pure lunacy. It's just pure mental. That's one elephant in the room. And there's a second elephant in the room, which is you need a good 4K TV. So technically, you'll have to spend close to $3,000, because you'll need to spend, let's say, roughly around $2,600 plus tax, including PS5 Pro and a good 4K TV. Let's say you get a 4K TV for $1,600 plus tax. You're at close to $1,700 right there. So 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,700 you're like already at like 2,700. So you need to have like $3,000 budget for you just to appreciate what the PS5 Pro has to offer. And the reason I'm mentioning this to you guys is because I'm not trying purposely to be repetitive. I just want to repeat this on every video because some people who are new people just found my channel. They never heard about me. They don't even know that I even exist, right? They have no idea I've been doing this for 12 years. I'm a 12-year veteran of YouTube. They don't know me. They don't know what I'm all about, my channel. So that's why I'm repeating this. I'm not repeating this for my regulars who watch me all the time. I'm repeating this for the new people who are interested in maybe purchasing a PS5 Pro now that the Grand Theft Auto 6 has been announced. Pre-orders are coming June 25th, as I predicted it. What did I tell you? Who called it out? I called it out. And that's okay. You don't have to give me any credit. But people always ask me, how are you so right all the time, Mr. 4K? I am right because I do research. I do logical research. And I'm not saying I'm right because I want to brag about it. I do research. And I'm not always right. There's been times where I was wrong. But most of the time I'm right is because I don't live in a wishful thinking. I don't live in a fantasy world of fantasy, wishful thinking, fantasy. I don't live in a fantasy bubble. I live in a logical, plausible, realistic world. I look at things for what they are, and I look at a trajectory of a plausible trajectory as to, well, let's see. They already, talking about Grand Theft Auto 6, November 19th. You go to their website page and you see everything is already ready to go. They're already talking about the characters and who the characters are in the game and how big the map is, all of that stuff, right? And then you look at all the leaks. They've been coming out, all the leaks, man. This is a done deal. As I said, go check out that video that I made a month ago. What was it? Last month in May, after Memorial Day. After Memorial Day, I made a video where I talked about uh, Grand Theft Auto 6. I said, this is a done deal. I said by the end of June or beginning of July. That's my prediction. I said by the end of June or beginning of July. And here we are. By the end of June, June 25th, there's the pre-orders. Okay? So now, the reason I'm making these videos about the PS5 Pro, because I have a feeling that some of you probably will consider purchasing PS5 Pro because of Grand Theft Auto 6. And I'm sure there's going to be, good amount of you out there who will purchase PS5 Pro just for Grand Theft Auto 6. So what I'm basically telling you is if you're someone who wants to purchase PS5 Pro just for the Grand Theft Auto 6 this holiday season, make sure right now, this summer, you invest in a good 4K TV. That should be your first priority. Invest in a good 4K TV and then buy a PS5 Pro. Because what's the point of buying a PS5 Pro if you have not invested in a really good 4K TV? All right, so anyway, getting back to the game, I don't know if I need to spend too much time talking about this. This looks great. It's sharper. Before I end the video, I just want to say this. It looks sharper. It's certainly a much sharper, detailed image. It looks sharper. It looks more vivid. The textures look very good. And the ray tracing and the lighting looks amazing. So that's what you would expect, right, from a pro version. But can you really tell a difference? I know some of you guys will say, but Mr. 4K, Are you pulling our leg? Or no, I'm not pulling your leg. I can see it. I can see the difference. Why? Because the game, it's running at a high resolution. This is just a common sense. This is just a fact. It's not even about like even having a debate about this. This is a fact. If you have higher resolution, then you'll see better detail. I don't know why it's so difficult for some people to understand. If you have a higher resolution, then you'll see more detail. But you also need a good 4K TV, a large 4K TV, a large canvas like a 65-inch or 70-inch or 77-inch to see that detail. You can't see that detail if you're using a 32-inch 4K TV. It's going to be hard to see that detail. You need a bigger canvas. You need a bigger TV to appreciate those bigger pixels, right? Bigger pixel count. The more pixel counts you have, the better the detail. So that is the fact. So yes, of course it's going to look better. So now when you have a high resolution and then you add better textures and you add advanced ray tracing, then of course this is going to look amazing, as it does here. But for you to appreciate that, you can't just watch this video on your, tablet or your phone, okay? Or your laptop. This is something you need to experience natively from your console, PS5 Pro. They're connected through HDMI 2.1, which I recommend Belkin HDMI 2.1 cable. You need to experience this natively, directly from your console onto your expensive 4K TV. I would say 65 inch is really the best sweet spot. 65 inch, 7 feet away, you'll certainly notice the differences. Now, the peak brightness is also very important. Calibrating your TV, it's also very important. Calibrating the HDR. There's so many elements that needs to play into this. And this is coming from a guy who used to do 4K. I started my channel with 4K. I know how to calibrate. I know how to adjust the picture settings on the televisions. I used to do this. You guys keep forgetting I'm a veteran when it comes to 4K. There's a good reason why people call me Mr. 4K. Not because I want to brag about it. Not because I want to, people, I don't want to use the word. I'm not, saying this to, validate myself or to have people praise me or, I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm just simply saying I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a long time. It's not my first rodeo. 4K televisions and upscaling, it's not my first rodeo. Why do you think I got the name upscaler? Okay, there's a good reason for that. And I was once again right about it. Here we are. I predicted it back in 2016. What did I say? I said, we're never going to have a native 4K 60. Never. It's all going to be upscaling to 1600p, 1800p, 1900p. Now, this is pretty good. A source resolution of 1800p and 1900p being outputted to 4K, my friend, that's a pretty good clarity detail. But again, I was right in 2016 when I said it's all going to be scaling. Look at the PCs, the 5080, the 5090. It's deep learning super sampling. Look at the AMD GPUs. What are we talking about? FSR, right? It's all scaling. It's all AI scaling. So, once again, I was right. It's all about the upscaling. If you look at the Xbox One X, if you look at the Xbox One S, if you look at PS4 Pro, it's all about the checkerboarding and upscaling. You look at the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, it's all dynamic resolution upscaling. You look at the PS5 Pro, it's mainly the upscaling, PSSSR. So again, I don't want to brag about myself, but I was right. Okay? Because I do a lot of research. I'm like Tom Cruise. I don't mean literally I'm like Tom Cruise, but I do research like Tom Cruise does. And that's one of the reasons why Tom Cruise is so educated and he can do all these stunts and he knows the safety measures and precautions when he's doing very dangerous stunts. He does research. Like he doesn't talk about something he doesn't understand. Now, you might not like him because he's in Scientology and because of his Scientology beliefs. But what I do like about Tom Cruise is he does his research before he talks about something. He'll never talk about anything unless he does a thorough research. I like to do research. That doesn't mean that I don't make mistakes. Of course, I make mistakes. Sometimes, I make mistakes. I'm wrong and make an error. But most of the time, I go straight to the source and I want to learn. I learn, okay, so that's what I do. I try to learn and go to the source and do my research. And I always do my research. And that's what you should do too. Don't just listen to me. Do your research. You could say, I don't like this guy, Mr. 4K. He's full of himself. Hey, that's your God-given right to have that opinion. But you should also do your own research. Go straight to the source. Go directly to the source and do your own research. Ask AI. See what the AI has to say. Now with the AI, you can do even better research. So that's how I can predict certain things, because I do research. I don't just guess. I don't live on some sort of wishful thinking. I don't live in hope. Hope is not going to get me anywhere. Hope doesn't help you, dude. Research, hard work, dedication, that's what's going to get you somewhere. Hope is not going to get you anywhere. So forget the hope, all right? Do some research. Put in some hard work, do some research. That's how you're going to find out what you're going to find out, okay? And stick to the facts. Look, what else can I say? This looks great. Looks amazing. There will be more videos, obviously, about this. This is just my first look at the Gran Turismo 7. I'm also going to do a PlayStation VR 2 version of this as well. And I will be covering that as well. We'll talk about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope all these other PS5 Pro videos, I hope you guys are enjoying. They're all in 4K. And I hope this helps, really. Okay? Just remember, to appreciate PS5 Pro, you will need a good 4K TV. Just understand that. Make sure you invest in a really good 4K TV before you decide to buy PS5 Pro. Okay? Thank you for watching. And one more thing I want to say, as always, it's hard to justify the price. The price tag, I'm sorry, $1,000 for this console, man, just too much. $600, yes. $1,000, no, I'm sorry. It's just hard to justify $1,000 because you still have to spend an additional $1,800 or $2,000 to purchase a really good 4K TV, to invest into a really good 4K TV. So I can't really justify the price tag. Yes, it's a very good console. It makes every game look very sharp. And it's great as a storage space. And it's a very fast loading SSD, really fast. But the price tag is just hard to... It's a tough sell, and it's a tough pill to swallow, man. For a lot of people, they'll say, man, this is crazy. So it's a great console, but sadly, it will only be remembered as a luxury console because it's so damn expensive. Now, this Grand Theft Auto 6 maybe might change that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think Sony will have to figure something out this holiday season to lower the price, man. Sony has to figure out the way how to lower the price of the PS5 Pro. Honestly, if they want this PS5 Pro to be successful, to sell really well, they'll have to figure out the way to lower the price. Okay. And hopefully they can do that. Hopefully the economy gets better. Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully they can, lower the price. I don't agree with the $700. I think it should be $600. But hey, it's better $700 than $1,000, correct? I would rather save $300 than to pay an additional $300 on top of $700. So when I'm trying to say, when it's $700, then it's kind of easier to recommend. Hey, it's $700. So it's kind of a little bit, okay, all right. It's kind of like I can give it a pass. I can say, all right, I'll give it a pass. It's $700. All right, go check it out. Go buy it. Have fun. Enjoy Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Have fun. But at a $1,000, like, yo, I mean, I mean. Anyway, there you have it. Please keep an eye on my next video, which will be PlayStation VR 2 Gran Turismo 7 PS5 Pro version. Thank you for watching. And like I said, I'll get to your comments when I have a chance. Okay, I'm very busy. And I hope you guys appreciate all these videos that I'm uploading in 4K. And hopefully this helps. I really hope that this helps. Everything that I tell you here is just me being honest, and I hope this helps. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.